Hello everybody, this is Sarabjit from CRC and we are going to discuss, we are going to practice some basic HTML things on Windows server now. So this is actually third session, and what we will be doing today is very basic operations just to get everybody familiar with the HTML concepts. These are very good, and this has been a blessing for the humankind, that information that we can wrap into the tags and in a plain text. Long ago it was being used by the military only, and I think it was 2000 something, even before 2000 it was released for public use. And today we are discussing the third session actually. So under the title of programming along, we are trying to do the things with different examples, with various type of tools, right? So today what we are going to do mainly is to write some raw HTML. Raw HTML means that we are not going to use too much of the help of the templates and customized tools. We are just going to understand it, because the goal is to understand the things that can come easy for our knowledge. And if we are we will be doing a lot of programming in the professional area, then we will be taking advantage of this knowledge. So you can consider it a motivational video, you can consider it getting started, a quick start or whatever, but basically this is for basic understanding of the things, how they work and how we can put them online, not only to write local on any of the server. Basically with this thing we will be writing from ground up. So let us get started. So I will be going to one of my server that I have an editor open already. Let us do these things that we can. Let us try to do how quick we can do these things, right? So let us. I am on one of my machines. By the way, I can. I don't need it at this time, but I can still get the IP of this machine with ipconfig command. Just for my knowledge, ipconfig, and we are on 12, server 12. So dev, this is basically my IP, and so we are here on my editor. We will, as I explained before, I will repeat it again one more time. This is my IP at this time, and if we want to write something within an editor, right? Simplest thing. See, this is my AM12 workstation. This is the Windows 22 server actually. So let me try to write a basic HTML, and then before we do anything else, we can save that file, whatever we will be writing on our bare metal code for HTML. So HTML, we start writing with the HTML, right? Basically, this is not a perfectly documented thing that we will be just getting hands on it, right? So the second tag will be in HTML, that will be head, right? And after head we are having body, and after body we are closing body. Now note it down how I am aligning these ones, like how indentation works. Actually in HTML, indentation doesn't matter much as long as tags are matching properly, right? But by the way, I am doing it for our convenience, right? So that we can understand how the things are working, which one is opening, which one is closing. Head has to be closed before body. So this is the way it is working, right? So then after body, so it means body and head are at the same level, right? Then we are closing HTML. By the way, there are more, but for the time being, let us consider this one. So HTML. Now, anything you write before HTML and after HTML will not be picked up, right? We will see that one if if everything goes fine. So this is a simplest one. Now in the head, there are a few things that we will discuss later, but in the body, this is the page body, the page that will open in HTML renderer browser, HTML browser. That will be, I am giving nothing here, just text, simple text. So hello world, I am learning, right? This is simple text, right? So need to save this one. Why? Because in the editor, if I use a plain text editor and if I have to open this into the browser, then only thing is that there should be a text file saved on the disk that a browser can read in. So that is the reason why. So let me save it just on D drive, and on D drive I have few things here already, right? So why not create one today's folder? Let me make new folder here. 2024. Today is 04 and this is 24. So date is 24 today, right? Yeah. So in this one, inside this folder, I am saving it as first HTML, first.html, right? So I am saving it, extension matters here because the browser will pick up only the HTML, right? So HTML or HTM, or there can be others as well, ASP, or there are many extensions that are recognized by the browser. But in my editor here, if you need little more, I can increase the size if that helps, right, in viewing. Let me make it, this is 14, I will make it 16, right? So 14 instead of 14, let me make it 16. That should be good enough, right? Okay, so I will go to, depending upon your editor, there should be some, if the editor is programmer's editor, then there should be, because there should be some something where you can load it in browser. So hey, I have here view in browser alternate B. Now alternate B can work. I can put alternate B. It opens the browser, and inside the browser, oh, I have old browser, so never use. So let us use this one, whatever the default browser, accept, and what to download. No, I am not wanting this. Leave it. I'm good with this one, whatever we have. Okay, so this browser is showing us a single line here, and it doesn't look like HTML, right? But it shows me here that the file is correct, picked up from that location where I saved it. Now, if you want it, if you really want it like HTML, customize tags and all those things will work here. I will put here it like H1 is the biggest one that we have, header one, and let me make a little bit better this way. So I am terminating this H1 here, right? Now, how about the other tags? Is there only H1? No, there are many. I will go one by one, right? So let me open it again. Tools, view in browser, alternate B. Now it is coming better now, better than before. By the way, we can say we can do others also, like how many? We have 6 actually, which are defined in HTML language that we're using. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. I don't know, maybe 6. I believe there are 6. I never went down up to 6. Right? 2, and then it is 3, and then it is 4. Then I'm closing number 5. I'm closing number 6 now. So let us see if all of them work, or maybe I am doing some mistake here, right? view in browser. So in browser, yes, we are going to have all of them, right, like this. Let me put it just to compare with the simple text. Let me put simple text also beside it. I mean, in the beginning, right? So let us just put this one is a simple text. Now this simple text is not an element. It is just like a, I don't know, like implicitly it is showing the text line. I haven't made any research on at the element level whether or not without any tags is there any. But when we are using h1 is h1 tag, this is one element. This is one element in the body. So this is second element in the body. Like these are 6 elements, right? For example, if we are doing something other than this one, can be what it can be. There can be another one. Like for example, I am doing some. I am putting some. Well, let us see this one first. How it compares. Then we will discuss other. Elements that we can define today. Today we will be keeping it little simple. Within few minutes that we can do, and then later on we will be discussing at every level, right? I mean, whatever deep you want to go, not a problem. So you can see basically at 6 is the 6 at this time. Well, actually you can customize them depending upon, you can make 6 as big as you want, right? But the thing is that by default this is the setting. So this is plain vanilla text, and this size is bigger than this one. To my eyes it looks like that h5 is almost equal to this one, right? Now there are more elements, as I said before. A simple text, where there is a simple text, I can make it bold with B. Let me see if it is B or something else. I'm still not sure because there are so many things going on, and let me check it if it's bold or B, right? Let us try to view it again, right? Now it is coming B, bold, right? So to my eyes, now this is bigger than this one. This one and this one. Now third one seems to be similar size. So it may be in between these two, but this is the simple an idea, like how do I show. Now what about this is a header. We have discussed header. Now this is a text formatting, simple text formatting. So I am going for 2 more. One is I for italic, and what else? What else we use normally? I don't remember. I italic, bold, regular, and I'm not sure what else we can try. It's bold. Okay. So this is bold, but let me try. Let me see how many tags we have. By the way, italic, bold, strong. So let me find it out from some reference. By the way, italic, bold, and what is strike through? Oh, there are many more like sub, like sub subscript. Same thing. Sub. I know. Then superscript, super, sup. Let us see. Super. There are many formatting like this. These all tags, when the opening tag and then the closing tag, these all are called elements in this model. In this model, this is actually called document object model. So document object model, DOM, capital DOM. So if you say superset, means on the top. If you use sub, means lower half of the letter, right? SUP and SUP, right? So let us check this one out. View in browser and see. So this is the italic, and this is the bold, again bold, and this is hello world in subscript, and this is the hello world in superscript, right? I hope you got this idea, right? So there are many. Strike through. There is one strike through. I don't know what is the tag for strike through. Let me check it. HTML text formatting tags. Right? I don't know if there are HTML text formatting. So there is a bold, strong, emphasized, MARK. Oh, there are many. Okay, let me copy them and show you in the text editor. There are many. We can say deleted text. Oh, this is the strike through with deleted text, right? So basically, what we have here is like this one. So I will use B for bold, and let me mark and delete, insert text. So these are correct, right? And then delete it. I am interested more in this one. Let us see. That was what I was looking for actually. I thought it was strike through comic center. Now this one is like extra one, so I put it like this. So DEL deleted, and this is the DEL. Same way we have to match the closing tag. Save it and then alternate B for browser, and C we have deleted text. So basically, this is just an idea, and the browsers are so familiar with HTML language that if you remove the head or whatever, all these, we will be discussing the head section tomorrow. At this time, we are only doing HTML, and then later on we will be coming to CSS. And I think every week, if you come along with the CRC, this session at 10:30 every. 10:30 EST at every Wednesday, we will be doing more. So basically today what I want to do is a little bit more about the table. So if once we do the table in HTML only, and then we will be discussing some part of this session as hosting. How do we host them? That is also a big subject. Big subject means it needs a lot of attention, and there are many things that we need to discuss. How do we host them for the public? And right now we are on our own machine, and we are enjoying this text formatting, all these things. But actually, in real practice, this is no use as long as you are on local server. This is useful when you are doing all these things and then you are retrieving it remotely. For example, if I am going to my own site, there are a couple of my own sites, and if you are in any area of the world, you can go HTTP as long as my DNS is working. So sgil.ca should be there. .ca. Now what happens? It comes to my location where I have my test lab, where I have my host. It is not caching that. Maybe it has changed or something like that. Let me see. Should go quickly, right? I don't know why. Yeah, it seems that my DNS is out, and that is why it's not getting this one today only, right? What is my IP? So let me see. My IP has changed. So this is a hosting issue, but we will fix this one as soon as possible. So we are right now on our what would a CRC there? No, actually something happened means maybe Bell Canada is my service provider, and maybe they have fluctuated their server, and IP might have changed. So what is my IP? What is my IP? Now it looks like the best way. Oh yeah, no, it is changed. It is already changed. So meanwhile, we talk about other things. I am going to fix it. Give me only two minutes here, and I am away from your screen. But there is something that might have happened overnight somewhere. Last night it was working, and today it's not working. I will show you how do we fix it. Later on, I will show you even this service also. So this is called my DNS, and this my DNS is out of sync today. So basically that won't take much time, but however, sometime it takes more than half an hour. If that works quick today, this morning, then I can show you how did I do it, right? But it looks like that IP is not an issue. IP is same. So 88, 88, 35. No, it is same from my service provider. It is good, and Bell Canada is also good. But why it is not working? We will troubleshoot that later, right? So, but here let us continue our thing. I am showing the table. What table is? HTML table is. Table is about managing the information in a formatted way. This is the best possible table for the plain vanilla. The tables are used most of the times, and there is the second best used is the ID dev, div division, div dev. That is also used, but let us try to do the table first, right? When we do the table like this, naturally we are needing closing tag table. Now what is this? We open the table tag, and then we will be opening the table row, tr table row. Now we are closing the table row, tr closing tr. Same way, make sure you don't forget actually when you are working on the programming tools, that tool editors, then you will be having all these things highlighted when you make a mistake, right? Here we have td. Now what happens is td is table data, right? I'm starting td, and in td you can put anything. Anything means any HTML tag or a simple plain text, right? Or like a data, if you put values, the integer, or you can put a string, you can put anything. td table data, and I am going to use close td. Now what happens is, here is we have in this table we have defined only one table with the one row. So one table only with one row, and the row has only one column, right? So let us try how it goes, right? So at this time we need to save it first, and then we need to refresh the browser. How do we refresh this one, old one? Not sure. Here, okay, let us do one is there. Now one can be any ways you put h1 or whatever you want to put h1 here, h2, let us put h2, right? And this will also work same way, close h2. If you save now and refresh it again, you will see it will be showing you bigger. See, 1. Now this is 1. And how about the 2 columns in one row, right? Like copy this one and paste it within the row, same row, right? So you open the column, which is usually called cell, and then you write something, and then you put something. Here I will put 2. CW2, right? So like this, one row only, and there are multiple columns now. View in browser, and you will see 1, 2, right? Now there are no borders by default. Initially, I don't know how long before it was default was having a border around it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have a feeling that when the HTML came in 90s, then it was having table border by default. Now you can get that border as well, but let me show you the second row first. So this is showing me 1, because this is the earlier session, right? There is another one. Let me close up many of them and keep 1 only, right? So this session is there already. So let me refresh it. We have 2 columns, right? And we have 2 columns. Now as we have not discussed this thing before, if this row, these tags, they don't have line break inside, new line they don't have, but with all of the h1, h2, h3, h4, h6, they are all include their new line break. For these ones to work as a line break, let me put one line break after the deleted text, right? So here I am putting one BR break, and then you can do this, and you can do BR like this. Now what I am doing, this BR doesn't require a closing tag, but actually if you don't put a closing tag, then it should still work. But let us try this way first. We have only one, we have defined two columns and one row here, right? So let me make another row. So what I will do, I will make a copy of this row. This is one row, right? So I am making now two rows. So there is not, this is not two, this is three, third column, THREE, and this is column 4, FOUR, right? So let me show you this one first, right? Then we will go to next one. View in browser and see, there is one row and there is another row, right? Now I know that this might be looking weird because who knows that which one is which, but if you highlight, you are clear that which one is which, right? But by the way, we will put the border now. So to put the border around the table, in the table or around the table, basic plain vanilla HTML has border tag. There are many other things that I use, and many there is no one programmer who is using plain vanilla border, but I am using here border, and then we yield the size in pixels, 1 pixel size, right? Like this. This is the border around the table. So let us do this. I'm keeping myself to HTML only, right? We will discuss CSS soon, which is called CSS, is the cascading style sheet, and then we will go with all the details. But before that, let us first of all save it, and then we can see how many open here. Only one. Good. And we will see border here on our table. So we have the border here. Now if you look the multiple lines here, 2 lines around, why it is that? Because by default every table has a border and every cell has a border, like column, cell. So if we make it bigger, like maybe I can make it 5. Let me save the file and let me refresh our browser, or you can open the new one. See what is happening. Table border is 5, but you can see there is thinner line in between, right? One line outside is having size bigger. If I make it 15, so what it will do, it will let me, I'm not sure about many other browsers. See, outside table border is increased, but not the table cell. No, table data cell. Let us try make its border equal to 4. Let me say 4. So if we do this one, let us see if our browser supports this one. No, it is not supporting. No, actually, yeah, it is not supporting the table size, table border size. So basically, we are left with only one choice, table border, and there can be another option to collapse them. But for now, I will leave it like, let me leave it on 2. Okay. And for today's session, we are only discussing up to here, but I can make few more columns so that so that we can try this one on our live server. So basically there are more here, but let me save this file as well and practice. Okay, so I don't need this one anymore. Let me close this one. This one we can close it, and this is on. By the way, I am trying to put more. What happens is if I put two more columns, there are two TDs. I am putting two TDs more in the let me say put the sum values here, 200 and 3600, right? Let us see. But note that the data inside the table is all of them, they are H2 level size of the table, the columns, but all those are again elements, right? So in the object model you will find the, but in a normal situation we will not be doing H2. In normal in general situation, generally we will not be having any tags here, but there are some situations when you can have the button here, or maybe the link means hyperlink, right? So tool, and we will go for this one. We can refresh it, this one, and then refresh will work same way, right? So look at this one now. First row has few columns more, right? Two more, right? The second one, now I don't know, like if you want to put the table header, now there is, let me make one the table header row. So in the header row I will make a row TR, I think TR, and then I will make TH head, table head, right? The table head is special. I haven't done much research on this table header, but as needed, this table header will behave differently in the model, slightly differently, right? Table header is like this, like it is same as TD, but maybe it is. Let us see how it goes, right? I will not make any comment on this one because at this level I did not try different options. Now, how many columns we have? 4. Okay. So first one is just, and second one is anything. You can put the labels, add anything, and this is integer, and this one is income, anything. Let us put it that way, right? So once we do this one, we still need to close the row. This is the header row now, TR. So basically you can make them straight. I have a like unclap them. We can collapse them in a row. That will, sometime what I do is I keep one row in one row here up to here, whatever, one row up to whatever here, right? And then that's what I do. That is my habit, but it doesn't require, there's no specification about this one, right? So this is one, just this is title. Now title, and the table header, it is, even if this is same thing as, even if this behaves same way as TD and TH same, but definitely the TH is different type of element, so we can control their properties separately, like background or whatever, right? But the way I will just pause it here, and now we will go on and doing other things, like this is simple editor that we are writing something in. Basically one thing that I must show you before was center tag. I haven't discussed that one. So center tag comes like if you are centering, making any element in the center of the screen, that will be applied this way. Before table, if we want to center the table, before table I will start center, And after table, I will close the tag. So after table, we will close the center tag. I'm not going to teach everything in one session, but this is just getting hands-on a little bit, right? Getting familiar with the things, how easy these things can be if you know the basics of things, how the elements behave. But it is by practice only, because you never know, like if there is a browser that can have slightly different behavior on few type of tags, right? Then you must adapt to that behavior. And sometimes there are situations where you have to deal with different browser differently, because now something developed by Microsoft and something developed by Google, something developed by Safari, whatever browsers are, they're all different, but 99%, I would say 95%, their behavior is same. If there is a variation, then you will get that information from other programmers and maybe even the vendors of the browser, right? They will tell us that your browser is going to do slightly different thing in this one. Let us test this one now, because we have made the table in the center. Now table is in the center of the page. Now if you change the page, it will stay still in the center, right? So this is up to there that we want to see. The first HTML is being now this is being examined right now. And if I have to give you an idea, how do we put it online? Now putting it online, there should be, you need a server. This is also a server, Windows server. But HTML server is given in every distribution, I believe, ever since Windows XP, maybe even before. I think, yeah, maybe even before. But server can be installed on even the client machines also. But I have installed it already. We will go in details. How do we install? How do we configure? I am going to create one site here, but again, accessing it from the outside will not be discussed today. We will discuss it tomorrow. But today we will go up to here, up to the point where we can host it on our local server. Now on the sites, we will put a site. We will create a site at a website. So the site name will be first, to just keep you familiar with this thing, how it will make any difference, but so that if there is anything that you can distinguish between other ones. There is one called default website already there, and there is a hello website that I was doing some programming before, and these belong to different code that I was developing, right? So I am creating first site, and site, the physical path has to go wherever my, it is not bound to any boundaries of the conventions or whatever. I am in this folder, today's 24 date, and in this folder I have this site, and I am not binding it to anything. Start the website immediately. When you do this one, the website will start. Okay, let us start it. Now binding is assigned to another site. Now this is giving warning, and it is saying that already port is, because see, let me put the port something else here. Put port 90. Okay, so we are binding all IPs coming from outside to HTTP protocol through HTTP protocol and port number 90. So we start this one as this one. Now you look at this one. This is my first site, and I am going to browse this site, and we should see the same thing that we were seeing there, right? There is something that giving us web server is configured not to list the contents of that. So I think there should be there is something missing. So what is missing? Let me show you. Now try again, see the message again. It is saying, what it is saying? It is saying that the web server is configured not to register contents of the directory. Misleading message, but let me show you. If I go to the port 90 here, and we are using first.html, and then it will be happy, right? Now what happening here is that whenever you don't mention any landing page means some file that opens in the beginning without specifying its name, that is called landing page. So if you are not aware, you can open go to this one, your site, and then go to default document. If you don't mention any document, you will go and then we will open this default document. We have all these names. If you name your HTML file that landing document name here, these are by the default. I'm not in the mood to change them for now, but you can pick up any of the names from these ones, and then it will be happy. Even if you put a, maybe we will try two things. We will try HTML and then we will try ASPX. And name is there. It should be able to open that page, right? So let me go this folder. This is first HTML, right? So let us give it name of one of these ones, right? So HTML index is good. INDEX index HTML, not ML. Oh, there is also ML, right? So this is ML. So don't worry about anything because it extension is HTML. So I will put index, right? If index is there, then this makes it index HTML. You want to view the extension here also, and file name extension. Where is that part? Option? No. File name extension show. So this is index HTML, right? So basically, after doing this one, you can go there and you can don't have to restart, but browse. Start browsing. You will be getting it by default, right? Make it bigger or smaller. This server is now working. Now look at this one. This is showing as localhost, right? You can mention the IP as well if you are opening yourself manually. But when you are opening through this is Internet Information Services, IIS, Microsoft server already installed in this server where I was getting to the practice with you people. So it was already installed, but when you install, we will go through that one later. But for now, this service is running. So when you have even though you have the name here first, and you can go to edit binding and see HTTP is also host name is nothing mentioned here. When we will be having host names later on, and there are a couple of more formalities that we need to do for that one. But for now, it is like on port 90. It can be by default, it should be on port 80, but because I have those ones, I can stop those ones. Let me stop those ones. Then it will not complain. But because this server was complaining that there is another server having port 80, because this one is also when you go to edit binding, you will see this one is also on port 80. So on one IP, you can have different ports that it will not complain. But on one IP where it is sitting, if it is having same port used again and again, it will warn you. You can override, but it will warn you. The thing is that even this one is also on port 80. No, this is 808. That's why it was binding. There is an 80 also, right? It's close. So I will actually basically stop this one. I stop this one, and then I will stop hello as well. I stop this one, and now I can make the port 80 if I want, because 80 is default port. So I can edit the bindings, and rather than this one, I will edit it and make it 80, because 80 is the default one. So I will make it 80. After doing this one, I will say yes, and I will say restart. Basically now it is, if you restart the site, now it is telling you port 80. So on port 80 it won't mention in the address bar. See, nothing is mentioned because this is default port, and in HTTPS it is 443. So this is about hosting this one. Actually today I was going to do a little bit about VS Code also, but I'm noting that I have exceeded the time limit. It's getting lengthy and lengthy because there are many things to discuss. I hope you might have enjoyed up to here, and I believe that we should go for the Visual Studio Code and other editors in next session, and let us do some other practice. You can do anywhere, you don't have to have the server, but if you need to have the server, you just go to any whatever windows you have, add, remove, add features, Windows features, turn the Windows features on off. So if you go to this one, this is server, so it is going to server, but on your Windows client Windows, it will go to Windows features, and you can add IISF. Because this is a server, then I cannot show you this way, but let me open, if I can open another session here, and hopefully I should be able to, maybe if I did not shut down. Yeah, it is working. So this is a Windows 11, and if you are on Windows 11 or 10, you will go there and you can add IIS. IIS is Internet Information Service, right? So go to your search and type your you can type Windows features. So turn on off features anywhere on any Windows of right from Windows XP and up to 11, whatever. If you search this one, you should find somewhere in Internet Information Services, IIS, Internet Information Services. Turn this on. Go this way. You don't need FTP, but there are two things that you need: World Wide Web Service, WWW service, and Web Management Controls, the tools, right? So these two things you need. FTP server you don't need. So if you do this way, then you will say okay here, and it will install IIS, and you can do that practice as well, right? So it won't hurt anything. You can remove it anytime. For example, now like this, and then cancel, whatever. But that is easy thing, right? So we will discuss more things about hosting, and there are more things that are required from infrastructure level. Means that if somebody is accessing this, if you want to access your web server at home from outside, what you need to do, we will discuss that matter in next session, right? So maybe I am most of the time is the session is coming every week after a week, like it's a lot of time, and then I might forget the agenda that I set for next session. But there is something that you can always do. I am mentioning here my email ID, so that in any session you need some details, you can email me at this email ID, info. If you email me at info, my company name, Computer Research Center.com. Make sure you know all these are standard spellings, right? In between there are hyphens, means minus sign. So Computer Research SEA researchcenter.com. Send me an email what a special thing you need to know about the ongoing sessions. Make sure you ask me something on the running sessions, the subject. Within that subject, you can ask me few things, that whatever you want to see next time, or if there is anything you need a detail that is not found anywhere, I might get it for you just as a support. So that is important. If you have my email ID, then you can ask me anytime, or if you have my phone number, then you can call me. I don't mind it, right? But mostly phone number is not released for public use, right? Thank you very much for staying with me, and hope you might have enjoyed. Next time, whatever you want, let me know. I will try to arrange it for you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye. Keep enjoying.